All right, everybody, today is cleaning day. Oh, take a look at this mess. Everyone asks all the time when I clean, and I usually just set aside one day where I don't do a live and I do it. So let's take off the boots, put on my Crocs, and get to work. This is my least favorite part, and honestly, what I wish I could pay someone to do. Let's go. Okay. I put you up in a bunch of different directions, but I figured while I recorded myself cleaning, this is supposed to keep me motivated and keep me going. I lasted 10 seconds with my sweatshirt on before I got hot, but I figured while I was doing this, I would answer some of my most asked questions from you guys. One thing I get asked all the time, and I think it's really nice, but also I want to say, is not a flex by me saying that I do it all by myself, but people ask me all the time if I have help. Do you have help cleaning? Do you have help packing? Do you have help shipping? Do you have help, decorating and getting materials? And the answer is no. And that is not because that is not because I'm too proud to do it. Honestly, it is what I do, and I can't afford to pay someone else to help me right now, though I'm sure I've worked it out, and it would probably benefit me quite a bit if I did hire someone or a couple people, because like on a day like today where I spent 10 hours cleaning, I could have been selling and shipping and packing. But anyway, that is a question I get asked all the time, and then people will be very complimentary, which I definitely appreciate, but I do not think that it's a flex. I do not shame other people who have help. I think you're amazing. I wish that I had it, and I wish I would just suck it up and pay for it. But also, when it comes to shipping and packing, I'm a little anal retentive, and I just want to make sure everything is 100% all the time, and I don't like to get help with that. Also, though I was a manager of a retail store for 15 years, I don't like giving direction. I don't want to delegate. I would rather just do it all myself instead of taking the time to explain how to do it to someone else. Again, not a good way to be, but it is what it is. So here I am putting some totes away. I labeled that one, and I'm going to bring it out back. This is just the main room. I do have a back room, I do have a kitchen room, and to the right there's a bunch of space, and then to the left there is an office and a bunch of other space. But this was the main room that I was working on cleaning today, because I have a big jewelry show tomorrow, and then I have 2 huge trains this weekend that I have to get ready for, so I definitely need some space and organization. I asked my friends to help me with some questions that I get asked all the time, and one of the things they said is, how do you talk so fast? And honestly, I don't know. 1, I've always wanted to be an auctioneer. I'm still working on my auctioneer voice, but 2, I live in New York, and we just are faster here. I'm not really sure. We talk fast or you will get run over. So I've always talked a lot, and I've always talked fast. I don't talk much unless spoken to or in an instance where I need to talk. But when it is my turn to talk, you better believe that I am going to say a million words a minute. So I definitely think during one of my 24-hour shows that I broke some kind of record on the amount of words you can say in 24 hours, because if you've ever been part of any of my live sales, whether it's 2 hours or 10 hours or 20 hours, I will talk the entire time. So I'm not really sure. I'm always amazed that I don't run out of things to say, but y'all keep coming back and listening to me, and I love you for it. Next question I get almost every single day, multiple times a day, is where do I get all of my stuff? This is me running over to my iPad because I was watching Friends on Whatnot while I was doing this, and I kept having to, I'm pretty sure this is the room by Rack. I kept having to answer her because she was talking to me. I love her. She really made my morning and helped me this day. So this is why I can't talk to you guys while I'm supposed to be working, and this is why I like to sneak into rooms, because as soon as you talk to me, I want to just sit there and chat with you. I don't want to work. I want to just hang out with my friends. But anyway, I get asked all the time where I get my stuff. Couple things. 1, I do go to in-person auctions all the time, and I go through Auction Zip and HiBid and get things at auctions. I also go to estate sales in the regional market and pick up things that way. And also, I buy entire estates. So I will get called that, someone's father passed away. Here I am getting lost. I hope you guys are enjoying watching this. I found whatever it was I was looking for. I don't even know what that is. You're so small with what I am trying to do right now. But I purchase entire estates. So I will go there. I will make an offer for everything left in the house. I will take everything that they have, fill up my trailers, come back here, got my vision boards, I will sell the big stuff live on Hybid, and then I will sell all the small stuff that I can on Whatnot. That tote was so heavy. I thought it was clothes, and then I opened it. It's Valentine's Day stuff. So I remembered I needed a couple things for my daughter because she's having a Valentine's Day party. So I took a couple things out for her and then packed it back up and put it back until next year. Also, the site that I'm using to edit will only do at 4 times speed. I like to do it at like 10 times speed because it makes it look like I'm working a lot faster, but I couldn't do that with this. Also, people question a lot. We talk about my ADHD, and obviously, again, if you've watched me for any amount of time, you know that I have ADHD, but people are like, how do you get everything done? And then when you watch me, or when I watched this back, I was like, Christine, you started one thing and then moved to a next, and then you walk past something and you're like, oh, I can do this next. And what should I do here? And I don't know, I'll just pack this. And here I am talking to someone again. And I feel like this really encompasses and visualizes what it's like to have ADHD. I have 17 tasks going on at one time and can't focus on one thing. So I decided that here, I think I was going to start packing something, and then I thought I needed to get the boxes fixed first. So I'm going to try to get the wall of boxes put away, but I need to tear it down before I can put it back together. And then that way, once the boxes are off the floor, I can start actually cleaning things. So this is me just throwing boxes around. I don't even know. And I'm still talking to Rack. Come on. The room brack is killing me. I love you so much. I just wanted to keep chatting with you all day and not work. I just went back to the text message to see what questions were next. And it literally says, what kind of crack are you on? What's your address? How many gentleman callers do you have? I'm not answering any of those questions, Molly. Here's me forgetting that the camera was on and coming back and going to push the button to turn it on, and you were already on. So look at all those cars in the background. This is why I keep my door locked all the time too. This is me tearing down my wall of boxes. I wonder if I can zoom in so you can see it better. Hold on. Oh, look at that. I figured it out. I don't know how long this is going to last though, because I don't know how long I stand in one spot, but I do know for a while I try to tackle this wall. So, I made it. I just threw it into the garbage and I made it. So I guess maybe we can keep it zoomed in here for a little bit. Okay, another question that I get all the time is what I use for packing supplies, and I feel like this is a good time to talk about it because I am piling them up. As you can see, all of the white boxes that I have here are boxes that you can get for free from USPS. These flowers were in my way, so I moved them. So I order supplies from USPS all the time, and I get the different size boxes. You can get priority and you can get flat rate. Please do not abuse postal supplies. I have multiple videos on that, so go watch my other videos on that. But I didn't like that box, I guess. I also put out on Facebook and request boxes. Every couple weeks, I put a request out to everyone on my Facebook and say that I am looking for boxes, packing material, and I have what is called box fairies who come almost weekly and bring me hundreds of boxes, all different shapes and sizes. They are amazing. I'm so thankful for them because it saves me so much money. I spend hundreds of dollars a week on just tape, paper, and bubble. Having people help me with boxes is super helpful. I do sometimes still have to buy little boxes if I need them. I also buy bubble mailers and poly mailers every week, which is about $50 to $100 in that weekly as well. But any help I can get on boxes is amazing. So that is where I get most of my packing supplies. As far as the bubble and the paper, I try to get that. I try to get the tape at Costco. The paper, I like to get at Harbor Freight, sometimes Home Depot. And then bubble wrap, I have a bubble wrap machine. And then I've also bought from Bubble Boy. I get on eBay and Amazon. I shop around all the time to see where I can get the best deal on small bubble wrap. Okay, on to the next question. How did I get into reselling? So I have loved auctions my entire life. The first auction I ever went to, I think I was 12 or 13, and I went with my grandma and her friend Tony, and I remember just having so much fun thinking that was so cool. When I got a little bit older, in my younger 20s, I dated a guy that we used to go to auctions every Friday nights. I used to go to auctions with my stepfather, and we would have dinner and hang out, and I just loved auctions. Because I loved auctions and buying was a part of my ADHD, I spent too much money. I have very little self-control. I decided I need to start selling some of the things that I bought. So again, in my early 20s, I started to resell on eBay. and Poshmark just as a hobby. I had lots of fun doing that. During that time, I was a full-time retail store manager working 67 hours a week, and I had 2 small children. So I was doing it just as a hobby with the dream of wanting to do this someday. I have had the dream of opening an auction house since my 20s. I changed my dream a little bit when I decided to open the thrift store, knowing that I wanted to do auctions. So what my plan was originally was to have the thrift store as a front location, so I could still sell some stuff as I was getting things ready for auction, and then I would run auctions intermittently, knowing that would be where my money would mainly come from. Oh goodness, we are back away again. Hold on, let me see if I can, well, I guess we can be at this Zoom again. You're far away, but I got the box wall. Is going good so far. Another question I get asked all the time is, what is my favorite and my least favorite thing about what I do? So my favorite by far is the work-home life balance I am able to have now. Working again, 60, 70, 80 hours a week that I worked in my past life, I never got to see my children. I never got to see my family. I didn't have time to date. I did not have a social life. So I missed out on a lot. And when I started this business in 2021, my main goal was to be able to be home with my kids. So when I first started the retail space, the brick and mortar, I did love it. I did love having it. But it also took me away from them again. So, after the first year, the second year, I believe, I sat down with my accountant and she said, Christine, the whole reason that you did this was because you wanted to be able to be home with your kids at night and see them in the morning. And you pigeonholed yourself into a 9-to-5 because you made it so you still had to go to your store location every single day because, again, I couldn't afford to hire someone. So I decided after selling on Whatnot to make the decision to close my store to the public, and now I only sell online. I do love it. I am actively trying to sell this location, though it is my dream. It is what I've always wanted. My dreams have shifted a little bit over this last couple years, and I realized that I do not need this physical location, and this is something that I can do from my home or rent a much smaller space. These totes are so heavy, but I'm labeling them and moving them to the back room after I go through some of them. A couple of them I opened, they were like empty. This one has stuff in it. During this video also, again, going back to my ADHD, I packed orders and I took pictures of things that I'm going to put on my auction for high bid. I wasn't able to get a full auction posted, but here, let me see if I can zoom in. So while I am cleaning, I am also putting things in my little miniature shelf, but I'm getting things out of here. That was a Marine Corps lamp that I found that I'm going to put it back on my stepfather's desk that's in the back. Don't tell him. Shh. I'm also going through totes and trying to list things for auction. So what I will do is I will make little piles of things. You'll see over these next couple minutes I'm getting things put together, and I will take pictures of them, number them, and I will put them aside for auction. And I do this mainly with big things. There I am. So this whole tote I am going to put as I grab my iPad. I'm going to sell this tote, everything inside the tote. I took a few pictures, I put a number on it, and then I put that to the side to be listed in a future auction. And so while I am tackling the cleaning, I am also trying to tackle all of these other things as well. This one I opened and it was empty. I was super excited about that. Didn't know what to do with it. Okay, I'm going to zoom you back out now. I don't even know how this is going to look. I'm not good at this whole editing thing yet, but I'm learning. I'm trying to get better. I found some Squishmallows that I'm going to sell this weekend during one of the big trains that I'm in. And I found some more boxes. One rule that I heard one time was to not leave a room empty-handed, and I have carried that with me everywhere. So you see, I walk that way with the thing that I just took a picture of, and I come back with boxes. Do not leave a room or an area empty-handed. It helps me with cleaning the house too. So, if I'm going into the kitchen, I can bring the dirty dish that's next to me in the living room. And then when I go into the kitchen, when I come back out, I can bring the clothes that have to go into the bedroom, whatever the case is. So I try to do that here as well. Around this time, I'm starting to get discouraged with myself. I can't focus on cleaning, and I also can't focus on auction stuff. So I am not sure. I think right around this time, I turn you off for a little while and I pack some orders. So on the left, if you see that table, that's all stuff that I have to pack to be shipped out. When I also use this as a tactic to get things done, because I know my brain and I know I'm going to get bored and I know that I can't focus on something for too long. I do it until I really can't do it anymore. Instead of sitting down, I force myself to just move on to the next task. So here I am still taking some pictures for auction, and then I'll pack them up in these boxes and I'll put them aside. And this is actually another good example. If you see, I am using a priority box. This priority box was ripped and had been shipped at least 3 times. I received it and it was broken on the side. Someone asked me before what I do with, hey, look, there I am. I went in with something. I came out with something else. What I do with bubble mailers or boxes or things that are used wrong, I try to utilize them in different ways. So that box has been shipped at least a couple times and is not going to be able to be shipped again. So now I will repurpose it and I will use it for auction stuff. So reduce, reuse, recycle. We do not waste anything around here. You're going to see here I am taking pictures of books and putting it in a boxes, but I try to use everything that I can until it has no life left. So if you've ever bought anything from me, you know you could get newspaper, you could get brown paper, you could get white paper, you could get small bubble, big bubble. You never know what you're going to get, but your stuff is going to get to you safe and sound. And sometimes if I do use boxes that don't look the best, as long as they are stable enough, I will wrap them in paper or wrapping paper, so at least they look pretty when they get to you. But I think that is what we do here, right? So one of the best things about resellers, yeah, this is me starting to lose my mind. One of the best things about resellers is we reduce, reuse, recycle, and we are restoring the earth one little bit at a time. So we're all doing our part here. All right, I talked about my favorite part. I talked really about my favorite part of business owning. This is where I decided that I'm going to sell my trinket shelf this weekend. I was so sad about it, but I picked it up, I put it down. I think I haven't made that decision yet, but I have decided that I will sell that trinket shelf and 110 little miniatures to go in it. But that's not my favorite part of reselling. That is my favorite part of small business. I just kicked that box. I am over it. It is like only 10 o'clock in the morning and I just don't know. I'm very overwhelmed at this point. As you can see, this is a big task, and this is what happens when I put it off and put it off and put it off, and I am overwhelmed. But we work through it. I dropped some things there. Do you like that catch? Ninja skills. I should have slowed that down. I should have freaking slowed down and zoomed in so you could see me catch that. And then I just pushed that over to hold it up. It's good. There's my That's What She Said board. We're making a board of things that I say throughout the year, and I'm going to put it on That's What She Said board. So my favorite thing about reselling is 2 things, I would say. 1, I love the hunt. I love when someone tells me something they're looking for and I can go out looking for it. I love finding a good deal. I love the excitement of going out and not knowing what you're going to find and coming back and finding treasure. It's like a treasure hunt. I think it's so much fun. I absolutely love it. My second thing that I love is being able to find things for people, but pairing things with people, selling things from their childhood, things that remind them of their mother, their father, their grandfather, things that they had forgotten about, showing something to someone and them going, oh my God, I love that. Oh, I want to collect that. Oh, that is something I've been looking for. I love those conversations. I love that part of the job. I just think that is, it is amazing. And that is one of my favorite parts of this job. Now for my least favorite part of the job, I don't know if you can get this from my voice here, but it is cleaning. If I could just have someone follow me around and clean, I could do this job forever. I could literally do this job from the minute I wake up to the minute I go to bed if someone would just clean after me. I hate cleaning. I'm forcing myself to do it today, but I really hate it. And then I do have to throw this out there. I like to work alone, but going from having 150 employees and thousands of customers a day and talking to people all day, every day, to working alone has been very difficult on my brain. It has been very difficult with depression and anxiety and motivation. And honestly, I'm so thankful for my live sales and being able to have people to talk to every day, because sometimes that's the only people I talk to all day. That is the only time that I speak all day, is when I get on my live sale and I talk to people. The rest of the time I'm alone. So as I'm walking around here, I have my TV on playing music. I also have my iPad on listening to someone sell. I think throughout the day I listen to 10 different sellers. I listen to Room by Rack. I listen to Michelle's Deals. I listen to Smorgasbord. I would listen to a bunch of people today. But I am alone. I am alone all day. I'm alone with my own thoughts, and it is hard to stay motivated and keep going when it's just you. But then you have to remember that it's just you. You can't rely on someone to come behind you and take care of it. You have to get it done. So that is definitely a tough part of the job, and something I think that we don't talk about, or that no one ever talked about with me. I think some people are born to work alone and do things alone. I enjoy doing things alone, but it definitely was an adjustment, and I have to adjust daily. That box I just picked up was full of mouse poop, so this is me going to wash my hands because I just kicked that box over there because I'm not dealing with that right now. We're going to come back to that in a little bit. Okay, I'm not sure why I decided to move you this way again. Maybe because I felt like I had my back to you a lot. This angle doesn't make it look like I've done anything, but I'm getting there. It's a work in progress. I feel like it always looks like you have to blow it up. Oh, I know why I turned you this angle. Because I had a lady come drop stuff off. I had to shut you off because if you look now, I'm taking down this table, but now there is a desk over there. There's a big green tote full of stuff. So that happens a lot too. As soon as I empty something, it fills right back up. So I took a minute to just talk to her, and she dropped off more stuff. So I broke down that table, and I feel like the floor is starting to appear, which is good. That's always a good sign. So we're getting there. We're going to get there. And the glare from I have like 10 more minutes of this angle, but I don't know if I can handle the glare. Let's go take a look and see. Maybe we can keep it going. Okay, I decided the video is going to be long enough without that. And why am I not... Oh, apparently I didn't like that very much. Why did I keep that in here? I don't know what that was. It doesn't matter. Am I still going normal speed, or is this me zoomed up? Why am I going so slow? Hold on. Oh my gosh, this is 4 times speed. Look how slow I am. Not me, just constantly roasting myself over here. This is painful. All right, let's get back to question and answer. Let me go look and see what other questions that people have had. I don't know if I can even watch. What am I doing? All right, I'm going to talk so it distracts you on how slow I'm working now. What are some do's and don'ts with reselling? I like that question. So let's start with some do's. I think you should sell what you love. I think if you sell what you love, then you don't mind watching it. You don't mind looking at it every day. You don't mind hanging on to it if you can't sell it right away. Sell what you love, source what you love, make sure that you have fun with it. I think that this is my job. I say this all the time. This is my job. This is what I do 60 hours a week, but I love it. And the reason that I love it, even on hard days, is because I try to focus on things that I enjoy. On days where I'm stressed out and I don't want to ship or talk or whatever, I will go source. On days like, oh, my mom showed up for a minute to pick something up and she told me that I needed to cut that out, and I thought that I did, but I didn't. Here's me just complaining, and I'm going to cut her out the rest of the way. She brought me some stuff that I had picked up at an auction, and then she had to get back to work. So hold on. Sorry, Mom, you made a little guest appearance there. Thank you for bringing the stuff from Annette's. I appreciate you. Have fun. Get back to work. All right, what were we talking about? Do's and don'ts. Okay, here, let's talk about some don'ts. I'll probably come back to some do's. So other do's, I would 100% invest in I'm on to a cleaning part, which is always a good sign. I would 100% invest in a thermal printer. I would 100% invest in a thermal printer. I think the amount of money that it's going to save you on ink and tape and just your sanity is totally worth it. If you're shipping more than 5-10 things a week, I would invest in a thermal printer. They're like $70 on Amazon, and they pay for themselves in no time. So definitely get one of those. I love my bubble wrap machine, but not necessary. All right, some don'ts. Do not shame people for not buying your things. Some people aren't going to like what you like. Some people are not going to be looking for what you have or what you're selling. This is me texting. This is me messaging because I'm watching Schmorg now, and he keeps talking. If you look down at my iPad right there, I keep talking to him. We're making progress. I think I'm about to take this table down. Holy cow, let's wipe it down, and it's finally getting packed up. This is a big movement. Gotta kick it in. This is big moves. Another don't, which is going to be very hard, is don't invest too much money right off the bat unless you have capital to do it, because you are not going to sell it all instantly. You are not going to make a profit for a while. It's just like with any other business. You don't make a profit right off the bat. It's going to take some time. So don't invest more money than you are prepared to wait, right? So don't put in $10,000 expecting for you to get a return of $10,000 instantly. This is me questioning life decisions again. Probably looking for the broom. I'm hoping. Ma'am, get a broom. Nope, I found a box. I'm pretty sure I'm just watching someone else clean right now. Lost in my own space. What am I looking for? Found a broom. Finally. Look at that. You can almost see the floor. This is getting exciting. We're making progress. I think by now it's got to be close to 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I've been doing this since 8 o'clock in the morning, but we're getting there. It takes time. This is me trying to peel the tape off the ground. It is not coming up. We gotta scoop up some of this garbage. And then if I know myself, which I feel like I do, I'm going to scoop up this garbage. I'm going to dump it away and I'm going to admire what I've done so far. Yep. Look at me. Hey, look at that. I almost knew what I was doing there for a second. What am I pointing at? Not sure. All right. Next question. How do I keep myself motivated? Well, damn. That's a wonderful question. I'm going to tell you, I ask myself that every single day. There are days where I sit and I cry and I force myself just to be here. There are days I just want a spider. I just killed it with my crock. It was giant. There are days where I am super motivated and I do a lot. There are days where I have a couple hours where I feel, what am I even doing right now? But then overall, I say this all the time, you got to do it. You just have to do it, right? Do it sad, do it scared, do it tired. If I don't do it, who's going to? So, the major thing that motivates me obviously is my children, and I am it, right? No one's going to pay my bills. Oh, what am I doing? Oh, I'm taking a juggling break. Okay, hold on. I forgot I did this. There's a juggling break at the beginning too, but I stopped, little juggling break, and reset my brain. Not sure. I have no idea. I don't know why I do the things that I do. But anyway, no one's going to pay my bills but me, right? So the most thing that motivates me is my children and keeping a roof over their head and food in their mouth, right? Not one point in my entire adult life has someone else paid even a single bill for me. It is just me. I have been a single mother since I was 21 years old. It is just me. No one else is going to provide for them. No one else is going to take care of them. So on days where I'm discouraged and I feel like I can't go on, I just remind myself that I have 2 children that are depending on me, and I need to do everything that I can to be able to provide for them. I also try to remind myself often that I am blessed to be able to do this. I am blessed to be able to be honestly living my dream right now. I am doing something that I love with people that I love. I am able to get my kids off to school every morning. I'm home for dinner every night that I want to be. There's obviously nights that I have to work, but I can be home. I haven't missed a football game, a track meet, a volleyball tournament. I have not missed anything, and that is what keeps me motivated. What keeps me motivated in doing this is knowing that on the other end, I could go back and get a corporate job, and that's not what I want to do. So here we are. We're at a really good not stopping point, but all these boxes that are left right here are garbage. Here, I'm going to put this in the auction, so I'm going to take a picture of this. All the boxes that are left to the left are garbage. We did pretty good. I think right now it's about like 4:30, and I have to get stuff ready for tomorrow because tomorrow is the jewelry show, but I wanted to give you guys just a little look at what the day in a life, I guess. I don't even know, day in a life sometimes, at least once every couple weeks when I'm not on, I have to stop and take some time and clean. So here's a look at what you can actually see the floors, which is exciting. You can see the floors and you can see our workspace is clean and ready for tomorrow. And now I can finally sit and relax for a second. So I love you guys. Thank you for always being here for me, and subscribe and follow for more. Leave in the comments what you want to see a video of next. Love you. Goodbye.